Dan Wootton made a racist comment about, members of the royal family, what they should be in his own mind. And I want to tell you exactly what happened today. I want the entire world to know exactly how the carnival of so-called experts that have been writing articles dedicated to insulting Meghan, to racially abusing Meghan, whom they have denied, ardently denied that it has nothing to do with racism. Nothing at all. That Meghan did not experience racism whatsoever. I want every single person to clearly see and know exactly who these people are and exactly what they do. And that no matter what this carnival of so-called experts say, like Dan Wootton, never, and I repeat, never can they be able to hide their racism towards Meghan. I mean, if you knew, if you saw, because sometimes, I refuse to mention the abusive insults that they, level towards Meghan. But for some who have seen it, like the ones that Dan Wootton has written about Meghan, if you have seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I try my best to not make those, insults or mention the exact words that these people have been saying about Meghan and members of the squad. So this person, Dan Wootton, a while back said that Harry and Meghan should not blame, the media intrusion, the insults by the UK tabloids on racism. Instead, the leaks targeting Harry and Meghan, the stories about Harry and Meghan are coming from within the royal family. While he was working at Talk Radio, a UK radio station that he used to work in, he said that with his whole chest out, that the leaks targeting Prince Harry and Meghan are coming from within the royal family, that Harry and Meghan should not blame what's happening to them, the insults, the racism, the negative articles on racism. That's what Dan Wootton said. Now, members of the squad, there's another thing also that Dan Wootton said a while back as well. He said this: has Harry and Meghan coverage been racist? With a question mark. I think that's a laughable claim, but I'll debate it with the activist Natasha Devon, who says that I am wrong. Members of the squad. And today, we have the evidence of Dan Wootton's racism, members of the squad. We have the evidence of Dan Wootton's racism, and that every single article that he has ever written about Meghan, every single insult that he has ever said about Meghan or towards Meghan, whenever he goes on TV, know this, whenever he invites even Samantha Markle or Thomas Markle Jr. on TV to insult Meghan, to abuse Meghan, know this, that it has always been about Meghan's race. And Dan Wootton has aligned himself with people that are hell-bent on abusing Meghan, like Thomas Markle Jr., Samantha Markle, in exchange of money. These are the people that, time and time again, say, hey, look, Samantha Markle is telling the truth. Someone who hates another based on the color of their skin. Someone who hates Meghan based on the color of Meghan's skin. Members of the squad. These are the people that allow Samantha Markle, Thomas Markle Jr. to come on TV to insult Meghan. And I want the entire world to know exactly what Dan Wootton said. But before that, remember what I've always told you. The tabloids, the carnival of so-called experts, even members of the royal family themselves have never been able to hide their racism directed towards Meghan. They have never been able to hide it, and they shall never be able to hide their racism. Their racism towards Meghan shall always show, members of the squad, just as Dan Wootton's racism has shown by itself, by his own words, from his own article written for the Daily Mail, a tabloid that dedicated his time to harass Meghan, to insult Meghan, to call upon her husband to abandon his mixed-race wife and children. Members of the squad. And I want to go right straight to what Dan Wootton said. Now, Dan Wootton wrote an article saying this: as a royalist, I hate to say it, but I'm beginning to doubt that Prince Charles has the capacity to become King Charles III without threatening the future of the British monarchy. Those are Dan Wootton's words. And he said this: if anything, Charles' conduct is becoming more inappropriate as his mother enters the twilight years of a spectacular and historic reign. As a proud monarchist who staunchly believes the royal family, this is the racist comment that he made. Let me read it to you. I want you to hear it perfectly clear and see it perfectly clear. So you never ever doubt one thing. For those that have been saying, hey, look, Meghan did not experience racism. What racism? What are you talking about? For those people that still have those doubts in their mind, this is for them. These are the people that be telling them, hey, look, Meghan did not experience any racism. What racism? I never seen any racism. I've never seen any racism. This is for them, members of the squad. And Dan will say this: as a proud monarchist who staunchly believes the royal family must remain politically neutral and whiter than white. Do you see that? As a proud monarchist who staunchly believes the royal family must remain politically neutral and whiter than white. Let me repeat again. As a proud monarchist who staunchly believes the royal family must remain politically neutral and whiter than white. Those are words from Dan Wootton himself. The same person who have been saying Meghan did not experience any racism. These are the individuals that said Meghan did not experience racism. That race had nothing to do with it. Don't bring the race card into it. Whenever you're talking about Meghan, don't bring in the race card. That is what they love to say, members of the squad. But they can never and shall never ever be able to hide their racism towards Meghan. No matter how much it hurts me to read something like this, no matter how much it hurts me, because I read this in the morning when I woke up. And I said I must speak about this in our podcast today. I said that I must speak about this. And a tear went down my eye when I read this in the morning. When I saw someone, a member of the squad posting this, I read it and I saw exactly what Meghan was up against. I am reminded, these are the individuals that say Meghan did not experience any racism. Don't bring in the race card. That's what they like to say. And now look at them. I've always said this. They shall never ever be able to hide their racism. And it shows. We are seeing it right now. We are seeing the racism right now with his words, Dan Wootton's words, that as a monarchist, I believe that the royal family must remain whiter than white. Those are the people that Meghan was up against. That is what Meghan was supposed to take day in, day out. The racism from these individuals, members of the squad, from the carnival of so-called experts. They expected Meghan to stand there. Smile for the camera, Meghan. Smile for the camera. And they wanted Meghan to suffer. To suffer because, she married a white prince while being a mixed race black woman. They will never be able to hide their racism, members of the squad. Never, never, and never. This is what the tabloids have done to Meghan and continue to do. So from today, whenever someone says, hey, look, Meghan did not experience any racism in the UK, please show them this article. I'm begging you. Show them this article. I'll post an archive in the comment section of the article. Please show them this article. Show them the words of the people they like to, copy the words. They like to derive content or make content from what these individuals say in a bid to trash Meghan. So members of the squad, I want you to do this. Whenever someone tells you that Meghan did not experience any racism, show them. Show them exactly what these individuals have been saying. The people that have been bad-mouthing and slandering Meghan for years and years, like Dan Wootton. Show them the words of Dan Wootton himself, saying that the royal family, as a proud monarchist that he calls himself that he believes the royal family must remain politically neutral and whiter than white. Whenever someone tells you that Meghan did not experience any racism. Meghan did experience racism. And she experienced racism from these people, the likes of Dan Wootton, the likes of Piers Morgan himself, who wrote an article saying that Prince Harry should escape from California, to leave California, come back to the UK and marry a dim, white, conservative blonde. Again, I tell you, this carnival of so-called experts shall never be able to hide their racism towards Meghan. Members of the squad. Now let's listen to some comments from members of the squad about this. Now someone called R.S. Locke, Royal Suitor, said this, saying it with a whole chest these days, that as a proud monarchist who essentially believes the royal family must remain politically neutral and whiter than white, I'm desperately worried about what could transpire upon the Queen's death. Dan Wootons' own words, saying it loud with their whole chest these days. They are happy to showcase the racism for their readers, for every single person who would engage with them. They are happy for the entire world to see their racism. So let's show the world. Let's show them. If they're happy to showcase their racism, then let's show the entire world who exactly they are. I'm a firm believer in exposing, someone for exactly who they are. And the fact is, the tabloids are racist. Dan Wootton is racist. He's clearly shown that in his article. Today, I can honestly also say this. Dan Wootton is a racist. Piers Morgan is a racist who's obsessed and fixated upon Meghan because she married Prince Harry, calling upon her husband to abandon his wife and children to come back to the UK to marry a dim, white, conservative blonde. Words directly from Piers Morgan, written by Piers Morgan in his article, members of the squad, for the Daily Fail. Again, the Daily Fail, once again. A tabloid that harasses Meghan and Prince Harry day in, day out. Now, members of the squad, someone else said this. Harry is brave enough to say the press can clear off. They can say and print what they want. They will not own me. And another person said this, that the racism just jumps right at you, doesn't it? Clearly, they've never been able to hide their racism towards Meghan. Never. No matter how much they say Meghan did not experience any racism, the fact is they can't hide their racism towards Meghan. And someone said this, that, wow, yep, saying it in plain sight. So this is getting very interesting because the Chamley camp, that is the Cambridge camp and the Clarence House camp, that is Prince Charles camp contest is becoming very, very vicious. And we are seeing right now, what happened, members of the squad, a few days ago, I think just actually yesterday, I saw a video in which Prince William was, shouting at a photographer. I saw that video and he was very, very angry. And what shocked me about that video is the fact that, first of all, his security team was not around to see, around Prince William at the time. And that a photographer can just follow the future king of England just like that. It's unbelievable. One cannot believe that. And also, what was also noticeable is Prince William shouting at that photographer. Clearly, someone must have hidden that video and then released it at a time whereby Prince Charles was being accused of, receiving £1 million bags of cash from a sheikh. Cash for access royal honor scandal from Prince Charles. There's a war going on. Like a Game of Thrones going on between Prince William and Prince Charles. The royal family does not know the definition of love. When you're in the royal family, the royal cult, you do not know what love is. And that's why these individuals are being so pissed at Prince Harry for choosing love. Because a husband should choose misery over making sure that he's happy in his life. Life is too short, and Harry and Meghan chose happiness. And, I once said this before, that when you've been preaching hate for a long time, like the tabloids have been doing towards Harry and Meghan, when they see love, reality of love, actually love happening, when they see the love and bond between Prince Harry and Meghan, they try to ruin that love. And I'm glad that despite their attempts, their trials at ruining their relationship, Prince Harry and Meghan's relationship, their marriage, time and time again, they have failed and they continue to fail. Now someone says this, well, now we see the invisible contract in living color. This vicious article has William's slimy fingers all over it. He even throws a nasty dig at Princess Meghan in for good measure. This war is getting interesting. Do you see that? What the person that I read this comment is saying is the fact that, Dan Wootton, as I said before, the carnival of so-called experts are divided into factions, that is different groups. Some carnival of so-called experts, they have extreme loyalty to Prince Charles, the rightful Prince Charles. People like Robert Jobson, for instance. And then there are others who write for Prince William, who talk about Prince William, who do PR for Prince William. At the same time, trash Harry and Meghan. And that is where Dan Wootton falls in that line, whereby his loyalty is towards Prince William. And so he's trashing Prince Harry and Meghan on behalf, to uplift and do PR for Prince William and Kate Middleton. And now, what this person has said practically is because this person, the racist comment that he made, is practically saying exactly what, the likes of members of the royal family had said to Meghan, like expressing concerns about what color baby Archie's skin would be like. That's what this person is practically saying, a member of the squad as well. And one thing is for sure, they are showcasing exactly who they are. Prince William's favorite tabloid just put in a comment saying that the royal family should remain whiter than white. But they'll tell you, hey look, the royal family is very, very much not a racist family. They'll say, what racism? What racism? Remind them of these kinds of articles that these people write. Because one thing is for sure, you don't need to dig very, very deep. These people will expose themselves for who they truly are. Dan Wootton, Piers Morgan, they'll expose themselves for being the racist that they are. And I'm saying it loud today because there is evidence of exactly who these individuals are. They've shown it in their articles that they themselves have right, that they themselves have consented for it to be published. And so, let the entire world know. Let the entire world seek them for exactly who they are, members of the squad. Now, I want to read another comment, members of the squad. Now, someone called 20 in Celia said this. In 2018-2019 particularly, Dan Wootton has authored a lot of negative press, portraying Meghan as an angry black woman versus Middleton, the pure white angel. That's what they like to say. That's a portrayal they like to portray Meghan and between Meghan and Kate Middleton. And Celia says that I am glad that he finally admits his racism. I believe the royal family must remain whiter than white. That is Dan Wootton's comment. And Celia is saying that she's glad that they are finally admitting their racism. And I have this to say about Celia, members of the squad. These people have always been racist towards Meghan. They don't hide their racism. They can deny it as many times as they want, but they shall never be able to hide their racism towards Meghan. They've never hidden it. They've openly shown it. Members of the squad. And someone called Natasha Devon said this. Oh, nice to see he unblocked me after blocking me after I called him out about lying about Alexandra Burke, to challenge me to a debate re his treatment of another black woman. Now, Celia responded by saying this, that, wow, Dan Wootton clearly has issues with racism against black women. And it got to a point where he can't even hide it. They have never been able to hide it. That's the exact point. They have never been able to hide their racism directed towards Meghan, members of the squad. Now, someone else called Alexis said this. First, they said Meghan Markle was welcomed with open arms. I mean, we gave her a wedding. I mean, we welcomed her with open arms. Then they say that her race wasn't the problem. It was her Americanism. So it was xenophobia, not racism. That's what the tabloids are practically saying. It was xenophobia. They had xenophobia towards, Meghan, because of the fact that Meghan is an American citizen. And that now Dan Wootton has said this part out loud, exactly who they are and what the tabloids want to uphold. An institution of white supremacy. the monarchy, members of the squad. And the fact is, when you look at that balcony, the only thing that you can see is the all white royals. That's the only thing that you can see, members of the squad. The one mixed race woman who married into the royal family was kicked out, chased out, bullied out, harassed out of the country, members of the squad. But regardless of that, I'm happy that Meghan is living a happy life. She's happy. She's married to an amazing husband who protects her. I'm also happy that Prince Harry has openly spoken about the racism that Meghan has experienced at the hands of the racist and bigoted UK tabloids. I'm very, very glad about that, members of the squad. And someone called Diane said this: "Oh, good. We've moved past the we didn't hate Meghan Markle because of her race. We hated her because she was, hey, look, they say this uppity portion of the ride and onto the we absolutely hated Meghan Markle because of her race portion of the ride. I'm honestly surprised that it took them this long." Diane, do not be surprised. It did not take them this long. They openly showcased their racism towards Meghan. They were happy to show their racism towards Meghan. It did not take them too long. They did that a long time ago. And that's what Meghan said. Racism. It is about racism, members of the squad. And that's what Meghan experienced. And we should let the entire world know exactly what Meghan has been up against, what Meghan has been through and continues to go through, members of the squad. Now, someone called Agathe, they really say this: Dan Wooton wants to keep the royal family whiter than white. And Thomas Markle agrees with him. That's why Thomas Markle keeps being brought into TV to trash Meghan and insult Meghan. Thomas Markle has been colluding with Jason North, Piers Morgan, Prince William, and others to harass Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, knowing the main goal was to break her marriage. Exactly. My exact thoughts, my exact sentiments, members of the squad. My exact thoughts and sentiments. These people have been doing this, members of the squad, and I'm glad that they're being exposed for exactly who they are. And don't forget the fact that Thomas Markle comes on TV time and time again to say, hey, look, I want to reconcile with Meghan. I want to reconcile with my daughter. I want to see her. Thomas Markle has joined in the emotional blackmail, and these people, these racist individuals like Dan Wooton, who hate Meghan based on the color of her skin. I just wish someone could showcase to Thomas Markle, but I don't think even that would help or that he would even care, because his loyalty is to currency, to the dollar. And that's what he's being paid to do by the likes of Dan Wooton and GB Propaganda News, members of the squad, the GB Propaganda that Dan Wooton works in, members of the squad. And this person, to see someone who calls himself a father, going on national TV to badmouth and insult Meghan, to all abuse at Meghan and their daughter, and then saying, hey, look, I would like to, reconcile with Meghan. I really, really want to see, my great-grandchildren. At the same time, abusing your great-grandchildren that you say that are your great-grandchildren, members of the squad, like Thomas Markle did to Lilibet Diana by calling it trashy that a baby was having a birthday at the same time as the Queen's Jubilee. Think about that for a second. That person is not interested in any form of reconciliation. He just wants money. Money is the only currency that Thomas Markle Jr., Samantha Markle are loyal to. And as soon as the well of money keeps drying up, when it dries up, they will turn on the people that have been feeding them and paying them money to insult Meghan. Members of the squad. These people have wanted for a long time to break apart Prince Harry's marriage to Meghan. They said it has nothing to do with race. It's about character, they said. But the thing is, about character, Meghan has worked for years and years. Not one person has ever complained that Meghan, is a bully. Not one person, not one single complaint from every single person who has ever worked with Meghan. Not a single complaint, members of the squad. And then suddenly, she falls in love with a white prince. And the tabloids, being so racist towards her, have labeled her and called her a bully. The tabloids. When at the same time, the tabloids have been the ones that have been bullying Prince Harry and Meghan for quite a long, long time, attempting and trying so hard to break apart their marriage. Members of the squad, I am glad they failed. Thomas Markle even admitted that the likes of Jason North, the tabloid, there was a plot to stop Harry's wedding to Meghan. Members of the squad, do you see exactly what Prince Harry and Meghan have been through for years? Do you see why I joined this community? Do you see why I started a YouTube channel to talk about, to support, to show my support, to lend my voice of support to Prince Harry and Meghan, just to let them know that, hey, look, Harry and Meghan, you are not alone. We see what is happening. We support you. We are here. Our voices may not be as loud as the ones who have a platform for TV or TV shows, who have TV shows, but our voices are here, and we are many, Harry and Meghan, and we are here to support you and shall always support you for as long as it takes, for the rest of our lives. The tabloids will stop bullying Harry and Meghan. We'll call them out for their actions towards Prince Harry and Meghan. And someone else said this, that Dan Wootton in April 2022 said that there is no racism in the royal family or the British media and that Meghan lied. Dan Wootton said that, hey, look, shame on Meghan Markle as a propagandist used the fantasy that the royal family is racist to derail William and Kate's Jamaican tour and destroy the Commonwealth. Think about that for a second. Trashing Meghan to uplift Kay Milton and Prince William, just as I have told you once again. Do you see it? Do you see it with your own two eyes, members of the squad? Because I want you to see and I want you to hear with your own 2 ears, members of the squad, what is happening right now and what continues to happen. And today, Dan Wootton is openly admitting that indeed he is a racist, by saying that the royal family, he believes, should remain politically neutral and whiter than white. Think about that for a second. Think about that for a second, members of the squad. They don't hide their racism. They are not hiding their racism. And Natasha Devon said this, that Dan Wootton here will no doubt argue it was an unfortunate choice of words with what very much looks like a racist Freudian slip. Actually, Natasha, it wasn't a slip of the tongue or anything like that. He meant every single word that he openly said. He meant every single word. That was the last bit of it. He meant every single word. These individuals have never been able to hide their racism towards Meghan. Not then, not now, not ever, members of the squad. And will never ever stop holding them to account and reminding them of exactly what they put Meghan through, members of the squad. We shall hold them to account for their actions towards Prince Harry and Meghan. And someone that I deeply admire called Dr. Shola said this, Dan Wootton openly says the royal family must remain whiter than white. And you wonder why the media has it out for Meghan Markle. Yes, the phrase is a normalized racist trope which perceives white as honest and moral, in direct contrast to black perceived as dishonest and immoral. And I love Dr. Shola for this. Thank you, Dr. Shola. Thank you, Dr. Shola, for exposing them. Thank you so much, Dr. Shola, for this. Thank you so much. And this is just what Prince Harry and Meghan have been through for quite a long time, members of the squad. And I want the entire world to know exactly what is happening. I want the entire world to join our community to fight this grave injustice that is happening right now. These people still continue to harass Meghan, and it must stop, members of the squad. We need the entire world to know this. We need the entire world to know about what's happening right now. And what do you think about everything that is happening, members of the squad? I want to hear your opinions about this. I want to hear your whole opinion about this. I want the entire world to know this. Share this with your friends, your family, because they need to know this. They need to know, the entire world, exactly just how racist and bigoted the UK tabloid media is, and let the entire world know. And I think I'll stop there. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for daily and consistent content, and stay tuned to our next video. Meghan experienced racism, members of the squad. Meghan experienced racism, and to this day, she continues to experience racism. from the tabloids, from the royal family, from the monarchy. She still continues to experience it. And members of the squad, we have to keep up the fight. The fight to defend Meghan from this racist abuse, from this harassment, from this intrusion by the UK media. We have to keep fighting. Because in the end, one thing that I've always said, that love will always win. Love will always win. Stay tuned to our next video. Hello, members of Sussex Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Sussex Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.